Alright, so here we have the Resistance Sony Minimates, Nathan Hale, and the Advanced Hybrid. Pretty cool. The packaging is the same. The background is the cover to Resistance 2. So that's pretty weird that it's marketed as Resistance. Nathan Hale is in his Resistance 1 outfit, and yet the box is all Resistance 2. Including the picture of Nathan Hale, which is weird. Why did they pick Resistance 2 Nathan Hale if the figure isn't Resistance 1 Nathan Hale? Back is the same, more Resistance 2 box art. Then you got a pretty cool looking Chimera here. So yeah, Insomniac Games. Nathan Hale. Sergeant Hale is one of humanity's best weapons against the unstoppable Chimeran onslaught. While wrestling with the insidious Chimeran war machine, he must also battle the virus raging inside of his own body that threatens to transform him into the very creature he fights against. And the Advanced Hybrid. The Hybrid is the basic foot soldier of the Chimeran army. Hybrids are former humans transformed to conversion centers via the Chimeran virus. They have heat sinks on their backs that cool down their core temperature, which runs hot due to a heightened metabolism. So, without further ado, let's open these guys up and review them. So, here we have Nathan Hale. This is Nathan Hale in his Resistance 1 outfit, where it was kind of a more World War II-esque costume, which fit with the time period of the game. Yeah, his Resistance 2 costume was more blue, and DC Direct made a figure of that, so I'm kind of glad that we got a Resistance 1 and a Resistance 2 Nathan Hale, so yeah. His face is pretty good. It is a pretty decent likeness. I think it's a little more gruff than it should be, but overall I think it actually is a little bit better than the DC Direct figure's face. Just certain touches, like the eyebrows, the kind of lines that he has on his forehead make him look a little angrier. I like his hair a lot, that they just painted it on, didn't give us some weird looking hairpiece. And honestly, if they don't make a Infamous Minimate for Cole, I could see myself using this head and maybe making myself a Cole custom. So yeah, that's pretty cool. So here's his outfit, which, like I said, is his Resistance 1 outfit. It's more of a World War II kind of costume, and that's pretty darn cool. In fact, if I were to bring in this here Frontline Captain America, the two costumes actually look a little bit similar, just a wee bit. And I wouldn't have been surprised if they had just used this for that, but I'm glad they didn't. Yeah, there is a lot of detail on this here figure. Lots of pouches, lots of detail there. Yeah, I mean, it does look really good. It looks a little plain because it's just very green and very dark green, but doesn't really matter that much because it's how it looks in the game. Here you got some more detail on the back, which I'm always a fan of. He's got a backpack on. Very nice looking. Now his left arm, our right, is detailed more than his other one is. His other one isn't at all. But you can see here he's got a knife in here. At least I think that's a knife. In this little pouch here. And yeah, it looks pretty cool. It does limit his articulation a bit, but it doesn't matter that much. And then you got some detailing on both of his shoulders. Very nice. The only thing left to talk about are his boots, which I must say are really nice looking. These are actually, I'd have to say, probably one of some of my favorite Minimate boots now. I mean, they look really cool. They're really well detailed, and they definitely look like boots. Yeah, very, very nicely detailed. Because of his coat, his legs are hindered, so that's not so great. He comes with 2 weapons. One is just a regular human gun from the time period. Very nice, I'm glad we got this, and they didn't just go with 2 Chimera weapons like the DC Direct figures. Let me get that a little better. There you go. The other weapon is a Chimera gun. I believe this is the Bullseye. I'm not quite sure, but I think this is the Bullseye gun. This gun here doesn't fit that well into his hand. As you can see, it's kind of still floating out there. It doesn't go all the way in his hand, which is kind of annoying. But this is probably the gun that I would be displaying him with, since it's a little more unique to him. And I'll be displaying the Chimera with the other one. This gun fits much better in his hand than the other one did. And my phone is ringing. This is obviously not as detailed as the DC Direct version, but for Minimates, it's fine. So overall, Nathan Hale is a good figure. He is a great representation of the character, just like Drake. Only Drake is a lot more awesome, and I don't know, there's just something that's holding this figure back from being really awesome, and I'm not quite sure what it is. But fans of the character and fans of the games are definitely going to like this. So here we have the Chimera Advanced, or is it the Chimera Hybrid? I forget. Yeah, it's the Chimera Advanced Hybrid, which is, I believe, the same figure that we got with the DC Direct figures. So, yeah. I really love the face on this guy. This is kind of, I think, how the Halo Minimates should have been. Because if you watched my Series 2 box set review, you'll remember that I said that the Brute's face was a bit too cartoony looking. And I'd have to say the same about the Elites. That their regular faces are really goofy looking. And, I mean, this is perfect. This just looks really, really, really sweet. And that's probably the first time I've used the word sweet in about 5 years. To replicate the look of the kind of funky looking heads that these guys have, they've given them a headpiece here. And it looks pretty funky. It's got some nice detailing on it. Like it looks it looks very detailed. Of course, it looks kind of weird in the back because it just like ends and there's no detailing on the back. But overall, it does look really nice. So for the outfit, he looks exactly like he does in the game. Honestly, all the Chimera look pretty much the same, and the outfits usually stay the same, and this is a really nice representation of how they look. Of course, this little chest piece here, I can't help but think of Whiplash. I mean, they look very, very similar. Very, very nice detailing. Some paint problems, but that's to be expected at this scale. You can see here there's some chest detailing there. I'm sure the entire chest is detailed. I'm not going to take it off because, with my luck, every time I take off a Minimate head, it becomes really loose and just not good. He's wearing these really nice looking shoulder pieces. And these gloves. These gloves are new. They're a new piece. His hands are part of the glove, which I'm always a fan of when I do stuff like that. Same with this side. And the awesome detailing carries around to the back, where he's got his little cooling packs here. I find that this looks a little bit better than the DC Direct figure, because they were kind of making the figure a little bit too back heavy, and they were a little bit too big. And I think these are much better on the Minimate than they were on the DC Direct figure. Again, nice detailing, but paint problems. You can see one of them's kind of crooked, this one here. Yeah. But overall, nice detailing. He's got this little belt piece here, carries around to the back. It's supposed to be like it's part of the costume, and it's just a continuation of it, and it looks very nice. And then here's got these boots, which he's got his feet, and they're part of the boots. It looks nice. Again, I really appreciate that they put the feet and the boots as pretty much one piece. Paint problems, the feet don't look that great. Honestly, they're kind of weird looking. Again, he comes with the same gun that Nathan Hale did, and that is the gun that I believe to be the Bullseye. It's not focusing for some reason. It fits very nicely into his hand, pretty much perfectly. It was at a little bit of an angle before, but then I fixed that. So yeah, he looks really nice holding the gun. So overall, I would have to say that the Chimera is one of the most unique, one of the most awesome Minimates I've seen in a long time. And this is how the Halo Minimates, the Elites, should have been done. They should have been done this awesomely. And yeah, the Halo Minimates should definitely take note. And before I end this, there is in fact a height difference between the two. The Chimera is taller, just as he should be. So yeah, overall, on the entire thing, this is a great 2-pack. It really is. For fans of Resistance like myself, this is a great 2-pack. Maybe not as great as the Uncharted 2-pack, but it's better than the Ratchet & Clank one, but not as great as the Uncharted one. So, that's it for the Sony Minimates. I did not buy Jak and Daxter because I am not a fan of Jak and Daxter, so I will not be picking them up and I will not be reviewing them. So, yeah, that's it for the Sony Minimates. Pick these guys up because they're all awesome. And support the line. Maybe we'll get a wave too. Just maybe. So yeah, thanks for watching.